Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa. How y'all doing today? Welcome to a new video. If you are new here, I do speak about missing children cases in my channel. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So with that being said, today I do have another missing child's case. Actually, two missing child twins. I have been wanting to do this video since I started my channel for missing children case. Not just because I don't think in USA history, correct me if I'm wrong, has twins gone missing. It's always one sibling, or sometimes it's two but they're not twins. But that's not the reason why I want to do it. I want to do it because the detectives on this case I can't even explain it, how angry and mad and frustrated I am with these detectives on this case, because they literally made every excuse not to help this family. The main reason is because of their race. That's my opinion. And I think that once y'all hear this case, y'all will feel the same way as I do. I have seen other YouTubers cover this case, and no matter how many times I hear it, it just makes me angry. Because they could have done more than what they did. So let me just go ahead and get started, and let's talk about this case. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about twins. The disappearance of Dannette and Jeannette. So Dannette Latrina Millbrook and Jeannette Latrice Millbrook are fraternal twins from the Augusta, Georgia, in the United States, who disappeared on March 18th of 1990 when they were 15 years old. Their username is often misspelled as Millbrooks, and Jeannette's middle name is often given as Latrice. Due to the errors on police reports, the twins were last known to have been seen by a gas station clerk on the Pump and Shop gas station in the corner of the 12th Street and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard around 4:30 p.m. Their case was closed in 1991 and was reopened in 2013. And I will let y'all know why it was closed, and then how it got reopened again. So let's talk about their disappearance. On March 18th of 1990, the twins walked to the local Presbyterian church on Lane Walk Boulevard. When they returned, they informed their mother, Luises, that a man in a van had followed them for a part of their walk. Nothing further is known about this man. Later in the day, the twins walked to their godfather's house to borrow money for a city bus to the school the following week. As the teens and their family had recently moved to a new apartment further from the school, after receiving the $20 for the bus fare and little extra for snacks, the teens went to their cousin's house and asked her to walk home with them. Their cousin's mother would not allow her to accompany the twins because it would be dark soon. After visiting their cousin, they made a stop at their older sister's home and stayed for approximately 15 minutes. They also requested their older sister swap with them, but she declined due to her recently given birth. After the disappearance, family members considered it unusual that the twins made multiple requests for company on the walk home that day. And just side note on this situation, I'm guessing that they never done this before. They never asked to be walked by somebody else, and I think what made them want to ask people is because of that van that happened to follow them earlier. And I think they kind of felt unease and just didn't want to walk alone and stuff like that. But what I'm assuming that this was the first time, it's never happened before. They never asked people to walk with them. So I'm guessing somebody had to be looking at them, or was probably following them, and they were just terrified. They next continue on a local gas station where they bought chips, candy, and soda. The clerk, Gloria, was familiar with the twins. She did not recall anything out of the ordinary about their behavior. She she is the last person to see them. So, Jeannette was last seen wearing a blue polo over shirt over a white turtleneck with a bangy skirt, white stocking, and white sneakers. At the time of her disappearance, she stood 5 feet inches and weighed 125 pounds. Jeannette was last seen wearing a white shirt with an image of Mickey Mouse with jeans and black shoes. At the time of her disappearance, she stood 5 feet 6 inches and weighed 130 pounds. Dannette has been described as bow-legged. Both girls had piercing ears, shoulder-length hairstyle, and jerry curls, and they both had a scar near their navel from a surgery shortly after birth. The twins were enrolled as a student at Lucy Lane High School. Twins were known to be good teens and were not troublemakers. They did not have history of running away, and there appears to be no motive for their disappearance. The twins did not have a history of misbehavior outside of single interest that occurred as a result of one of the twins being bullied at the bus stop. So let's talk about the investigation. After the girls were discovered missing, the family was told to wait 24 hours before making a report. Little is known about the intentional investigation, as the original police file is reportedly lost. They reportedly lost it. They didn't, but let's just go with what they said, because they said they lost it. There's so much debate as to why exactly the case was intentionally closed. The family report that they were told the case was closed when the girls turned 17 because they had reached an age at which they could no longer be legally forced to come home and found. The original investigator claimed that he was told by a juvenile case officer that the girls had been found, which led to both cases being closed and the girls removed from the National Registry of Missing Children. Mistakes and reports from the original investigator, such as misspelling their last name, listing the middle name wrong, have remained unchanged in case files, and this case is still be found in associated databases such as the Sheriff Project and the National Center for Missing Children, Exploration Children. So if you look for this case yourself, you will definitely see their last name misspelled and one of the girls' middle name misspelled. Why have they not changed it? Good question. If you know the answer, let me know. Despite this case being closed in 1991, family members continued to persistently contact the Sheriff's Department to inquire about the whereabouts of the twins over the years. The family was giving several explanations for the closure of the case, including the explanation that the girls had been removed from the home and placed into foster care, where they were eventually adopted. Further investigation revealed that this is to be false. A close relatives did have children in the foster care system, leading to the family to believe that this was the source of the confusion. These calls eliminated led to the case being reopened in 2013, and media released that Sheriff was, quote, as saying, quote, "We think a terrible injustice had been done for the last 20 years," end quote, which helped to fuel the interest in the new investigation. The current investigating agency is Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Although in 2017, the Sheriff's Office met with the Millbrook family to discuss this case and collect family DNA samples, as of 2019, it's unclear if this case is continuing to be investigated by local law enforcement. The prosecutors of the podcast The Fall Line have taken an active role in the search for the twins and helped raise a $10,000 reward. In meeting with the Sheriff's Department led to the Millbrook family to believe the reward would be officially announced and matched by the Sheriff's Department, but the Sheriff's Department denies making this commitment. Concerned about the lack of publicly for the reward, the producer of the Fall Line and Unsolved podcast worked together to raise money for a billboard as the advised the reward fund. As of March of 2018, a little over $250,000 was raised, and plans were in motion to create the billboard. Skeleton remains of an undefined black female were found in Aiken County on January 25th of 1993 and were believed to be a result of a homicide occurring sometime between 1990 to 1992. The remains were found near Shark Creek off the Highway 1981 in Aiken County, South Carolina. This woman remains undefined and has become known as one of the Aiken County Jane Doe. The family struggled to believe that the official reconstruction of these remains could be Jeannette when the remains were originally found. The family was told that it was not either of the twins. However, the family was not given a reason why. As in August of 2017, the coroner office reportedly has planned to compare DNA from the Aiken County Jane Doe to familiar DNA, and after they analyzed, it was discovered that the skeleton remains found did not belong to the twins. Joseph Patrick Washington was active in the girls' neighborhood, and some believe that he may have been involved in the girls' disappearance. Washington was sentenced to 17 consecutive life sentences in 1995 for numerous criminal convictions associated with the abductions and sexual assaults of 5 women, 3 of whom survived. He faced death penalty in the murder of Marlene Dennis Kelly and was suspected in the murder of Loretta Dux, but died in 1999 before the trial started. The twins' mother, Mary, she has been very involved in trying to find her daughters. Sister to the twins, Shantana, had also become vocal. I am so sorry, baby girl, if I said your name wrong. Has become very vocal, advocate to search for her sister. Pressing calls to the sheriff's department for Shantana promoted in the case to be reopened in 2013. Shantana has been critical of both the intentionally and current investigation. The twins have 8 siblings. This is the cause of some confusion after their disappearance, as their sister was often mistaken as one of the twins. And that is another thing too. Like, a lot of people, I don't think I've heard people mention it, but they do have 8 siblings. I don't know if it's this particular sister or another sister that do look kind of like resemble one of the twins. And so when they see the twin, or when they see the sister, they're like, oh, you've been found. Oh my God. You know, like, I'm assuming that's what people say, because they're confused and they're like, no, my sisters are still missing. Which it kind of makes sense, because a lot of people say that me and my sister look alike. They think that we're twins. We're not. No, we're not twins. We don't even look alike. But people think that. So that is the confusion of people that do look over this case or are interested in this case. So the podcast, the first season of the Fall Line podcast, explores the details surrounding the disappearance of the twins. The case of the twins disappear had been discussed on several other podcasts, including My Favorite Murder, Teen Air, The Trial Went Cold Unsolved, and Crime Junkie. So those, if you want to go see those, you can go ahead and go see it. And then on television, Osher Media aired a 2 television special on the case, which premiered on November 23rd of 2019, which I have never seen it, but I may look into it. So that is the case of these twins. I know that Danielle, I cannot remember her last name. She is somebody that I am subscribed to. She's done this case. I want to say I think Gabby's done this case too, but I don't. I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. There has been other YouTubers that have done this case, that done the video on this case. If I find them, I will link them, so you can go ahead and subscribe to these YouTubers. Their videos are amazing. Their research is amazing. They're really different from me. Like, you will see the difference on their videos and on mine. Like I've said before, I don't edit my videos. I just do the video. I upload it on my YouTube channel, and that's what it is. I'm not an editing person, and I don't want to edit my videos, because I want to be able to, for people to see everything. Like I said, I'm not doing this to get, I don't think about me when I do these videos. I don't think of me, oh, how much views am I going to get today? How much subscribers? I do it because I love doing this, and because these type of cases where the detectives do not do nothing, that they just come up with excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse not to help these families get answers for their missing children. This is what makes me want to do these type of videos, because this is not the first case and probably will not be the last case. I just want to know, why do detectives do this? Why did you become a detective if you can't even do your job right? These are 2 missing twins. 2 missing twins that when they they were asking for family members to walk them. Mind you, from what I could tell, it's never happened before. They moved to a new apartment, they gone to a church, they walk back home, a creepy van is following them and they're freaking out. They have to go get money from their godfather because, so they could get to the bus, to school in the bus. And they cannot hide the feeling that's, yes, the last stop that they made before they disappear, which was the corner store, the clerk said that there was nothing unusual or nothing weird with the twins. But that does not mean that they were scared. They probably were, they just didn't want to show it. And for the detective to see her and said, oh, well, we took them out because they're only 17. I'm sorry, I thought 18 was considered an adult. When did 17 being considered an adult? Because I was 17 and I was never considered an adult. Not until I turned 18. And to me, that is the most cracked lying excuse that somebody could come up to. Oh, yeah, we closed the case, because your daughter's turned 17 and they're considered an adult. So we don't have to look for them because we're not going to force them to come back and be found. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard in a case. And trust me, I've heard a lot of detectives come up with lies. And this one must have been just one of my top lies that I've heard. I don't care if they're 80 years old. I don't care if they're 100 years old. You should find these twins and see where they're at and give the family answers. But y'all are lazy. I said it. Y'all are lazy. If you know something, I don't care how small it is. If you know something, if you know that a family member knows something, call the cops. Call the detectives and tell them. Because at this point, we as people probably would be the one to solve the case. Because the detectives still to this day do not want to do their own job. They don't want to do the job that they get paid to do. Like, that to me does not make sense. I was gonna see, but I'm assuming they didn't, that they even research if there was anybody in the area that was a sexual rapist. Was there a rapist living in the area that they questioned? I don't even know why I'm asking myself this, because apparently they did not do anything. They could have questioned a sexual rapist that lived around the area. They could have questioned any other teenagers that, like, hey, yeah, remember seeing this van. But they didn't do none of that. None of that. And then the fact that they said, oh, you have to wait 24 hours to report missing. You know what can happen in 24 hours? A lot can happen in 24 hours. So, guys, this is one of my cases that like I said, I've been wanting to do it for so long. Not just because they were twins, but because of the suckies job that these detectives, they didn't even do a job. Let me just say it. They did not do anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't help these family tries to look for the twins. They didn't pass nothing, nada, zero. They didn't do anything. So if you know anything, please, guys, call the detectives, call the family. I will be leaving. I'm gonna see what other YouTubers did this video, because they probably have more information on how to call the detectives. And I think they have a GoFundMe, but I'm not for sure. But like I said, I will leave them the YouTuber's name at my description below, so you could go ahead and check it out, guys. Thank you so much. I will be back with a new case real soon. I hope you have a great day, and if I don't see y'all until next year, I hope y'all enjoy your New Year party, but do not drive and drink. Do not drink and drive. Okay, guys? Do not drink and drive. It is not safe. It's not fun. Trust me, you don't want to do it. Unless you want to go to jail and be in jail in 2024. You don't want to do it. But yeah, go ahead, guys, and y'all have fun. Just be responsible. Enjoy your New Year's. And I hope to see y'all next year, if not before the end of next year, which I think next year is almost over with. I mean, this year is almost over with. But guys, love y'all, and I will see y'all soon.